Hey everybody, it's me, Andrew. I hope you're all having a beautiful, beautiful day. No, now that you've seen my face, I know that you are all having a beautiful day, okay? And today I'm going to go over the month of April astrologically. I'm going to give you all the forecasts, all the energies, and all the different transits and whatnot. So, I welcome you to Great Days. Let's get right into it because these videos are usually a little longer either way. So, the month of April astrologically, we start off with the sun still being in Aries. So, there's still a lot of that individual outward expression, which is highly dynamic, fiery, temperamental, organizational, bringing a lot of war, a lot of conflict in the way that people are butting heads a lot, There's a lot of creation going on, however, and there's a lot of drive towards success still in momentum throughout the month. April 3rd through April 4th, Mercury moves into Aries from Pisces. So Mercury was in Pisces, and this brought about our inward artist, or our inward this brought about our inward artist and our inward poet, like I said in the last video of the month forecast. So now Mercury is moving again into Aries to join the new field, the new season, the new astrological year. And Mars is also in Gemini. So Mercury moves into Aries and Mars is still in Gemini from the month of March. And Mercury and Mars are sextiled, which brings a mutuality, okay? So Mars and Mercury are sextiled. Mars is still in Gemini, and Mercury moves into Aries on the 3rd of April and the 4th of April. And this positioning, this transit, brings in energies of eloquence, precision of words. So if you are a vocalist in any area of your life, or if you are needing to get any communication done for business or whatever, now is the time, which you will naturally revolve around either way, because these are the universal energies. They govern us. Articulate, clever problem solving with a mental executive like energy. So there's going to be articulation all throughout this period of this transit, with the light side of Gemini's cheeriness and problem solving, as well as Gemini is good at, and Aries is bringing in that dynamicism to get that problem solved, with the least amount of energy used. Mental executive energy, so there's a state, or there is a sense of a higher mind state that is being slowly cultivated. This could be manifested for things like taking up your higher purpose, or your slow graduation to better opportunities. Mental and mental or intellectual combativeness, and great psychological light airiness, conflict, or tensions. So, with all the Aries energy, there's a lot of temperament, there's a lot of fire. Everybody is in dynamicism, everybody is in action, Everybody's doing right now, everybody's in flame, everybody's trying to create what they need to create. And whenever everybody is in this creation state or this state of dynamicism, it can get highly temperamental, and people then start having conflict and start butting heads. And with Mars being in Gemini, this is bringing in that communication through the psychological network, which is also indulging within that energy to be highly dynamic within this state of intellectuality. And whenever people are dynamic in these areas of mental, body, then the psychological network, or your psychological network, it's going to get conflicting, and there will be tensions within the mind. So just try and relax a lot of the time and detach from any of the tensions or conflicts from individuals that are really not benefiting you or bringing about conflict, like I said. The new moon, we get into the new moon a little later in the month. The new moon in Aries is featuring a squaring of Venus to Pluto. So the new moon is going to be in Aries as well. If you remember last month's new moon, it was in Pisces, and it was bringing in great spiritual amplification and alignment and tuning in. Now the new moon is shifting into Aries, and this is joining all the Aries energy. So it's going to bring all of that exteriorization of Aries energy from Mercury and the Sun to slowly internalizing it in some dimension to bring probably a continuation of that momentum and that dynamicism coming from Aries to balance it out a little bit, because it's all exteriorizing dynamicism for creation, and it can get temperamental when it's imbalanced. So the new moon is going to heighten this Aries energy internally and probably make way for a heightened organization and a heightened internal dynamicism. Like I said, for balance, it's coming into a balancing state and is featuring a squaring of Venus to Pluto. So the new moon is squaring Venus to Pluto as well. And this brings in a great feminine energy, like I said, an internalizing state of great goddess-like energy. Okay? A great feminine energy comes down, bringing an internalizing breakthrough or realization phase. So during this internalization around the new moon, there is going to be a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of realization, a lot of death and rebirth, a lot of checking our relationships, a lot of understanding is going to be cultivated, and a lot of new is going to be made way. Like I said, it's coming in for balancing. Within high intuitional periods, there comes a battle for power. So everybody is going to be internalizing more in a goddess, feminine-like energy during the new moon. And there's going to be a lot of intuitional guidance, and with this intuitional guidance, people are going to be dynamically trying to bring in or pull in energy from the environment, and when everybody is pulling in energy from the environment to manifest or create what they need or what they think intuitionally is the best for them, this creates a struggle for power through individuals, and the environment is going to come into states of fluctuation for power. Okay? So you're going to see a lot of imbalance and battles for power between individuals. This can manifest itself in tensions and conflict as well, as I said before. The energy is imbalancing to bring harmony out of the chaos. So through this state of imbalancing and this power struggle throughout the environment and individuals, there is coming a state of chaotic harmonization to create and bring about that balancing state through the imbalance. Your relationships will get conflicting due to power struggles. Further, with the energies of Venus, Mars sextiled, our relationships will get recycled. Like I said, death and rebirth will be brought, and the new astrological energies is slowly generating itself more in April. We all know that the astrological new year has started March 21st. So it only makes sense that in April the new astrological energies are slowly blossoming and generating themselves. If there's conflict between individuals within the psychological network, then during Venus's movement into Taurus, this will ground us and starts nurturing us and pleasuring us once again. So once Venus moves into Taurus from Aries, then all of that conflicting, temperamental, fiery dynamicism within the psychological network will slowly ground us again, because Taurus is a feminine and she's great at internalizing and nurturing us and grounding us, being she is a ground sign. So throughout the month it's not going to be so conflicting or tension filled. Once Venus sets into Taurus, and this will ground us and nurture us and bring us to states of pleasure and sensuality towards one another again, and practical value cultivation. Venus picks up sensuality, like I said, brings more relaxing natures to us, also becoming an evening star through April and early May. So you're going to be able to see Venus through the evening as a star through April and early May. And this will bring about less stress, like I said, more luxurious, practical, easeful, peaceful energy. Mars in a trine with Jupiter, while Mars is in sextile with Mercury and Jupiter in sextile with the Sun. So this is a big transit. This is a big positioning. This is a big alignment. Mars is in a trine with Jupiter, while Mars is also in sextile with Mercury and Jupiter also being in sextile with the Sun, as well with a Mercury cazimi at the heart of the Sun in the last critical degree of Aries. So there's a big shifting and astrological event going on with what I just said, and this is going to be in the last critical degree of the Sun in Aries while it makes its way to Taurus. So there's going to be a lot of heightened dynamicism and crazy creative energy and succession in ways, or energy leading to succession and momentum and a lot of opportunity that is coming to you inwardly through the middle of the month to exteriorize it with this event. Translating energies of a great movement with a great conjunction, a heroic sense of last dynamic efforts with positive sense. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of last dynamic efforts with positive sense. Masculine energy is going to be brought down highly during this last critical degree of Aries, or the sun in Aries. This is going to bring in support, achievement, succession, big opportunities, and getting your desires fulfilled by your own hand. Like I said, Aries is a warrior. Aries is known for great organization, great dynamicism, great potential, great creativism, and when Aries is in play, you know that there's going to be succession, okay? So there will be succession in wherever you need it to be. Venus in Aries and Venus in Saturn first conjoining Uranus on the 22nd, then on the 24th squaring Saturn. A revolution continuing in the femininity dimensions of yourself, possibly bringing an aspect of recognizing current relationships with more sensualities of your deeper inner realms. So after all of this heightened masculine energy from the last critical degrees of the sun in Aries, we are going to get bursts of internalization and femininity and sensuality from Venus being in Uranus and Venus in Saturn. So, like I said, there's going to be a lot of femininity dimensions of yourself, and recognizing these dimensions of your femininity probably to come into internalizing a new state of what it is that needs to be cultivated in order to nurture us more highly and bring about more relaxing, comfortable states. And whenever we start revolving around these states of freer expression and more relaxed, passive states of expression, we tend to start doing whatever it is that we are feeling on the momentum that is going around. So this is when Saturn comes into play. Saturn comes to check that freedom of expression before you make a wrong move, or not only a wrong move, but before you go about creating too freely and maybe indiscipline. So Saturn comes into play with Venus to bring about an energy that is going to discipline that free expression and maybe bring in checking yourself before doing and coming to any state of action. So it's basically just cleaning itself off. Like I said, the new field is slowly unfolding, and it's the time for the feminine energies to be brought down, with the sun making its way into Taurus. Before you decide anything, you need maturity, and this is what the Saturn and Venus is bringing in on the 24th. So you're probably going to be relaxing a little bit, internalizing more, and revolving around a more mature state of organizing yourself so you can bring about nurturing yourself and comfortabilities. Mars then sets into Cancer during the 23rd as well, bringing in situational manifestations of high emotional dynamicism, which could be things manifesting like high experiences of pain to fighting for consciousness. So Mars is going to set into Cancer more so in the 23rd, on the 23rd of April, and this is a very irrational, high emotional state of expression. So this can manifest itself with unsteadiness or even tension, or it can even manifest itself in experiences that harm you. So just beware during this time, relax yourself, and you can go about it more cleverly, and you can maybe utilize this energy a little more better instead of letting it decide anything fully. The 26th, a full moon in Scorpio in a fall. And a fall means abilities of making the best of something challenging emotionally, along with the complement. Sorry, my bad, guys. The full moon is going to be in Scorpio on the 26th. Okay? And the full moon is going to be in a fall. And a fall means that you will get abilities of making the best of something challenging emotionally. So this basically means that during the full moon in Scorpio on the 26th, there's going to be energies of that Scorpio heightening, which brings in that mysterious darker depth of yourself emotionally, and a lot of tuning into a ethereal realm, an ethereal guidance, an ethereal informational center. And this is going to help us bring in the abilities that we can manifest and cultivate to basically make the best of something that is challenging us emotionally during this time. So it's basically bringing us to a state of internalization to bring about the first states of healing ourselves. So the new moon this month is going to be bringing in healing, and it's going to be a beautifully mysterious healing for ourselves. Highly intuitional, highly psychic, and highly emotional, as like I said. With the complementing energy of Mars in Cancer for this emotional disruptancy. Full moon is opposing Uranus, making it very combustible and potentially bringing in turmoil in your darker emotional depths. So like I said, there's going to be a lot of inward conflict during this time of the full moon, and there's going to be a lot of turmoil. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of turmoil inwardly and emotionally, and what you need to do is trust during this later phase of the month. Trust that this inward turmoil or this emotional imbalance is only happening because the universe is bringing you to a state of healing, and you need to make these inward, deeper states of damage or trauma or emotional imbalance aware. So this is what it's going to do for you. It's going to make you aware during the new moon. It's going to make you aware of what emotional imbalances that you are having during this time. Be conscious of imbalances, like I said, from tabooistic traumas. Tabooistic traumas will be a big center point throughout the later month of April. Integrate a healthier, conscious way of bringing in more light and balance around this time, and you will benefit. Everything is in harmony, and this is just an emotional checkup for your emotional dimensions that are too deep to resolve during the rest of the month. So, no need to worry. Understand you are being healed. Like I said, you are literally just being healed by the universe. So, anything that is emotionally causing turmoil within your deeper dimensions, just know that it will settle itself and you are healing. By the 30th, a conjunction from the Sun and Uranus, bringing in spiritualistic epiphanies and breakthroughs to bring full circle the new heightening energy of the new astrological year and synchronizing you further with your inner dimensions being expanded. So the last transit of the month, the big energy of the month, or the big transit of the month, the big astrological event of the month at the end of the month is on the 30th, and it's a conjunction with the Sun and Uranus, which is going to bring in an exteriorization of high breakthrough and spiritual energy and epiphanies and expansion of your walking through the new unfolding of the astrological year. So basically, it's a lot of Aries energy, a lot of creative energy, a lot of creative energy that is being manifested here, and there's a lot of healing later in the month as well, so that you can understand and break through more spiritually and heighten your energy by the end of the month. So I hope that I helped you. I know that I tuned you into the astrological energies. This is the whole point of the video. Even if it is long and hard to understand or too complex, trust me, the higher intelligence, the universal harmony is always in play and in flux. So just hearing these words is going to get you in tune with the astrological energies. So I thank you for watching. Subscribe, click upon this video, generate some static electricity from your fingertips by strengthening the etherical bodies, get in tune with the ethereal realms, and I love you guys. Have a great day and tune in for more content.